I got to get the camshaft to the position that it would be in at TDC. And you do that via a mark right here, and there's a dot right there, which is almost impossible to see. Wait, nope, not the dot. And we're back again. First item, get the intake manifold finished up. Second item, get the cam tower reinstalled. I'm 90% sure I know what I need to do, but I want to be 100% sure. Main issue being that we know the engine is at TDC. We can confirm it on the flywheel. The crank is locked. Good. But what we need to make sure is we need to make sure that we get the cam to the position that it would be in at top dead center if the timing belt is connected. So if we don't do that, which would be right there, mark. But if we were not to do that, when we go to reinstall this and we torque it down, what it's going to do is it's going to open some valves, and if it opens the wrong valves and we have a piston that's in the wrong position, it's going to smash some valves into pistons, which would be very bad. So like I said, I'm almost certain I know exactly what to do, but I want to be absolutely certain. Margin for error is pretty small. So that's kind of the overview. So gonna get after it here and we'll see how far we get. I always wrap her up, boys. I've been wanting to try this stuff for a while. Finally pulled the trigger, bought a 200-foot roll. I think it was like 40 bucks. It is just kind of adhesive wrap. You see it a lot at like collision shops. If they got cars sitting outside that say it was in a wreck and the windows are blown out of it, they'll stretch this stuff over the side to keep the water from getting inside of the car. Same stuff. It's got a pretty mild adhesive on it, enough to certainly hold it in place. And I figured, you know, I'm dripping chemicals and you're digging your belt buckle into the side as you're leaning over, tools flying around, parts flying around, whatever, should help offer some protection. And I have fender covers. I hate fender covers. They never stay in place. I end up not using them as much as I should. So I thought I'd try this out as an alternative. We'll see how it works. All right, the cam tower and the intake manifold are reinstalled. I'm really glad I double checked my timing marks, because it turns out I was a tooth off with my crank lock. I don't think it would have mattered for reinstalling the cam tower, but it certainly would have mattered once I went to time everything. So crankshaft's good now, cam tower's good, all good. Next thing I'm going to do is go through the injectors and then get the fuel rail reinstalled, and then I'll start fiddling around with the timing belt. So for the injectors, it's a pretty cool kit, really. Came from 944 online. It comes with replacement screens for the inlets, comes with O-rings, there's a little spacer, and then also these cone, they kind of go over the covers. And it also came with this tool, which is pretty sweet for getting the screens out. So if you twist this, it retracts the screw. So one way pulls it out. So what you kind of do is you get that threaded into your inlet screen, right? And then you run it back out. And what it'll do, it'll pull that inlet screen out of the inlet of the injector. So it's pretty neat. And then everything else just goes on about what you expect. The cap's a little bit difficult to get off. There's one that I've already done, but certainly doable with a pair of pliers. So why not? It was cheap and it's one less thing to think about.